social media is a job, and it's not up for you to decide who's fit for it. That's the beauty of being a content creator. We can be creative and let ourselves shine, show all sides of ourselves in any way, shape, or form we choose to. Whether it's through dancing videos, whether we start making music, whether we vlog for a living and share story times, whether we don't even show our face, use voiceovers and make art. It's a very diverse avenue of work where everyone is welcome. The more the merrier, which is why I tell everyone, give it a try. There's nothing more in demand this year. There's nothing that will be in more demand next year than social media content creators, which is why there has been $500 billion invested into the creator market this year as of 2025. And I'm making this video because I'm at a rough point in my social media career. I have experienced major loss. I have this great opportunity that has come with that loss to produce content on new apps and seek new avenues where I can create content and be successful as I was on my original application, which was TikTok. It's a tough spot I'm in, and it's been overwhelming receiving so much malicious behavior thrown my way. Leave people alone. Please leave me alone. You know, I'm making the choice to do the job I like, to pursue the career of my dreams and raise my children and pay the bills the way I choose to pay the bills. And I choose to pay my bills by producing content on social media. Some people choose to pay the bills by bartending. I used to bartend. Some people choose to pay the bills by going to college and graduating with a doctorate's degree, and they're saving lives in the hospital. They're neurosurgeons. All careers are unique, and they all provide our society with a purpose. Social media is now the new entertainment industry, and it wouldn't have become so successful. Social media wouldn't have become such a success without creators like me and the other hundreds of thousands of Americans who produce content to entertain all of you right now. So I just really wish I could be left alone. I've had a lot of trouble coping with all of the hurdles that have been put in front of me, and it's really difficult when you have to wake up every day, produce content, try your best, try to be successful, try to get a big audience when you have so much hate being thrown your way. And I don't really know if I should go into details about what's been stressing me out, but it's just really sad the way this cancel culture works, how mobs form, hate mobs form. Like, I mean, look at Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber. They're the perfect example. They have an out-of-control hate mob who stalks their every move and makes up lies about them on a daily basis. And it's really sad that so many hundreds of thousands of people contribute to that on a daily basis. That's cancel culture. Cancel culture, just because someone's pretty, independent, and married to another person who's good-looking and successful, independent. So I don't really know why that is, why cancel culture has to go to such extremes to try to tear people down. But I'm putting this video out there to say that social media truly is a job. My boss is a corporation, the same way if you work for a corporation, your boss might be a corporation. Whether you're a Facebook content creator, a TikTok content creator, or a YouTuber, your boss is a corporation that has demand for content creators. Just the same way if you work at Walmart, your boss is Walmart. And it's a really unique point in history where for the first time, all of our society is discovering this new career field. And we only have very few platforms to monetize on, right? I mean, there's new apps that offer to monetize, but you'll probably make $8 a month because that's probably only what's in those newer apps is budget. We have 4 major corporations who allow influencers to live comfortably if they produce so many videos, so many hours of content per month. You have YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, Meta platforms, Instagram, Facebook. And all that being said, I give it 10 years before there's more apps that are able to pay out influencers the same way Snapchat can, the same way TikTok can. So just please let them be, because I know that we might be the second generation of creators. You know, the first generation of creators, I would say, came from back in 2015, around there. And now we're in a second wave, second generation of creators. And it's still not a job that is commonly talked about or commonly identified as a job, because what do most people do when they look at their cell phone? They watch social media influencers, they watch content creators, vloggers for entertainment. So there's a strong connotation between leisurely activities and cell phones, between having a pastime with a cell phone in your hand. A lot of people look at their cell phone at the comfort of their own home. They don't associate it with work. But you also have to remember, all of that content that you're consuming was created by someone who's putting hours and hours of their life into producing that content for these corporations, so that they get lots of attention, popularity, so that the applications get lots of new users. You know, what would YouTube be without the creators? What would TikTok be without the creators? And it's a good thing. And a lot of people use Facebook to socialize, but you see Facebook catching up to speed with platforms like TikTok and YouTube to get on the same trend of, ooh, short form content is really entertaining. We want more people to scroll the same way they do scroll on YouTube Shorts. Look at Snapchat. They adopted Spotlight. It's successful for a reason, and you can be successful too, as long as you produce content. And I really wish that I could just be left alone at this point. A lot of the hate stemmed from TikTok, and I'm absent on TikTok right now, but they're still hating. They're still harassing me. They're still trying to affect my real life, and it's really scary. And what's even scarier is that I lost my two biggest platforms. I lost my TikTok platforms that were both monetized, and I lost my Snapchat. And you think that it would stop there, but it never stops there. Because when you participate in a hate mob, they will try to do anything to complete their one mission, which is to tear someone down. And that's just not fair. That's not fair. Just because someone chooses to do social media for a living does not mean that they deserve hate, rumors, lies, slander, all the above crimes to be committed against them. And I really wish that I could find peace and harmony with my job as a social media creator and the public, because there's really some awesome people. I've met so many cool people, so many cool creators. I've collaborated with so many awesome live streamers, and the community I grew on my TikTok was so strong. And I'm trying to grow a new community again on YouTube, but that can only happen if I let it happen, if I'm in a good place of mind, if I'm peaceful and calm, and I don't feel bombarded by so many haters. And it's been really a struggle. It really has been a struggle to balance all of the obstacles that are in front of me because of this hate mob, and keep pushing forward for the sake of my family, to pay my bills, and to grow an awesome new community right here on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. Those are my three major platforms. On Favorited app, that's a new live streaming app. And look at the beauty of it. You know, Favorited app is a very close replica of TikTok Live. If you don't know what TikTok Live is, it's a platform, it's like an extension of TikTok where creators live stream and they can match with other creators and participate in matches, which are like called battles. And if TikTok were to get banned, all of the TikTok creators have downloaded Favorited app, because it's an American-owned app from San Diego, California, that will allow us creators to keep streaming and having battles if we lose TikTok. And I really don't see TikTok staying in the US much longer, the unforeseen future. I don't see TikTok having longevity in the United States, given the tension between the US and China. I really don't. And maybe this tremendous loss was a blessing in disguise for me to get established and have a strong foundation on new platforms when TikTok ByteDance is banned in the US. But either way, either or, I want to live in peace. I want to be left alone, and I don't want people to keep harassing me, especially when they choose to abuse the legal system to intimidate me and cause me stress in my life, because it really is horrible. And I just had to put this long form video out there and just kind of vent to all of you. And thank you for following me, subscribing, becoming a member, watching my live streams on Favorited app, being on my team when I battle. And if you're a streamer who ever wants to co-stream with me, subscribe, hit me up somewhere, comment below. Maybe we can do a co-stream together. I'm trying to find other vegans to co-stream with and answer commonly asked questions for vegans. So commonly asked questions that vegans get for people who want to go vegan in the comment section or learn more about the vegan lifestyle, because I am vegan. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching. If you've watched all 10 minutes, comment W in the chat.